So, welcome on board to Brad Geddes, and is another PPC specialist of big caliber. Who doesn't know Brad Geddes? Yeah, couple. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. So don't waste time in useless presentations. Go on. I personally think Brad is not only one of the best PPC specialists in the world, but he has also an approach, a mental approach, who I personally appreciate very much. So. Brad Geddes is going to talk about how to structure an account by do ad testing. So it's yours.
All right, thank you. So as you don't know, the reason he says this is I've been doing this for 17 and a half years before Google was even a company. So it's just sheer volume of experience. Anyway, so I'm echoing off the song here. So what I want to talk about here is as much of a thought process as it is results. And so essentially what happened is we had this company come to us, and I can't give their name out, so I've actually made the numbers nice around. They're easy to follow anyway. And they said, okay, here's our problem. We're an airline company. We're based in 40 cities, so we fly from 40 cities to 40 cities. We're in 6 different countries that comprise... Better? Sounds really loud that way. Okay. 5 languages. And here was the problem. That 4 people, this is something I'm going to come back to, right? 4 people. So this account had been handed off over time to one person, to another person hired. And while they're 4 people, they're managing 324 campaigns, almost 200,000 ad groups, more than 3 million keywords in their 4 people. So what the management looked like? They didn't either. That was kind of the problem, was no one knew what to do. And so essentially, they asked us, what do we do? Right? Do we start over? Do we fix this? What do we do with a mess of this size? Right? And that's across 11 accounts. So even just trying to figure out what their best queries are, means you have to download data from 11 accounts, combine it, because in many cases the same keywords were in multiple accounts. So this is a mess. And so you sort of initially say, well, let's not make a decision yet. Let's not say burn it down and start over, or fix what's there. Let's go through just some exercises to see what this looks like. Right? What are the possibilities of organization? What's the possibilities of how to manage this not perfectly, but within the fact you have 4 people. So when you think of keywords, this is travel. It's pretty straightforward in many cases, right? You've got Rome to Munich, city-to-city based words. You have airport codes to airport codes. You have, and what's important with those is they're in the correct order, so they must be phrase matched. No modified broad, no broad match if you go with that kind of structure, which is an important consideration. Then you have people who just type in flights to Munich. So, okay, so they tell you where they're going, but not where they are. You have other people who type in flights from Rome. They don't tell you where they want to go. And then you have others who are searching for cheap flights with no indication of a destination. Other people search cheap flights to a destination. And so you've got a set of core words and modifiers. And if you start just doing the math, you can see how they get to 3 million keywords pretty easily. And so the question is, which one of these actually matters? Right? That's the problem. It's not about possibilities. Keywords are possibilities. It's about which ones actually matter. And so when you think of examples, it really is. It's straightforward, right? SJC to IAD. Flights from Munich to Rome. We're not talking rocket science in determining keywords here. This is pretty straightforward. The question is which one of these actually move the needle? Now, the initial part then